in the Treasury's basement at 2 a.m., right? This was on January 20th at 2 a.m.?
January 21st.
21st.
Okay.
Took them a whole day. Bunch of losers.
Their computer screens illuminated all the energy drinks in the room, and you can imagine there were several.
Sure.
And as their algorithms crawled through decades of payment data, one number kept growing. $17 billion in redundant programs and counting. One of them said, we're in. We've got all of it. And he messaged the team on that. Edward Korstein's code had already mapped 3 subsystems. Then Luke Ferreter's algorithms were tracing payment flows across agencies. Their analysis revealed patterns that career officials didn't even know existed. By dawn, okay, keep in mind they started at 2 a.m., by dawn, they would understand more about Treasury's operations than people who had worked there for decades. This wasn't a hack. It wasn't a breach. It was authorized disruption. While career bureaucrats prepared orientation packets and welcome memos, DOGE's team was already deep inside the payment system. No committees, no approvals, no red tape. Just 4 coders with unprecedented access and algorithms ready to run. So they've been planning this for, I don't know, a year or more?
Yeah.
Trump has been on this since I think he lost the last election.
What have we been saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
he was ready to go.
I guarantee you this is the kind of stuff that you were talking about on the plane with the McDonald's or ringside at UFC. I mean, this is the stuff that Elon has been saying, we could do this.
And they mentioned in the article, the trail led to staggering discoveries. We've talked about some of them. Programs marked as independent revealed coordinated funding streams. Grants labeled as humanitarian aid showed curious detours through complex networks. I mean, they've been at this
decades
for probably a century.
Yeah.
Black budgets, once shrouded in secrecy, began to unravel under algorithmic scrutiny. Incredible. By 6 a.m., Treasury's career officials began arriving for work. They found systems they thought impenetrable, already mapped.
Incredible stuff.
Networks they believed hidden, already exposed. Power structures built over decades, revealed in hours. Their traditional defenses, slow-walking decisions, leaking damaging stories, stonewalling requests, all proved useless against an opponent moving faster than their systems could react. By the time they drafted their first memo objecting to the breach, 3 more systems had already been mapped. I love this.
And we just tweeted this out at Pat Unleashed if you want to check this out. This article gives you so much hope.
It's
from start to finish. I mean, these are quotes from it. An extinction-level event. A revolution in action.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is a revolution.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Jeez. I mean, there's so much interesting here. I'm tempted to read the entire thing. but it's really long. And you did tweet it out?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you want to check it out, at Pat Unleashed on Twitter.
Incredible. By Inauguration Day, over 1,000 pre-vetted personnel were already set to go, each armed with clear objectives, mapped legal authorities, and direct lines to support networks. That wasn't just staffing, it was a battle plan decades in the making. Yeah. This is the kind of stuff that needs to happen to save this country.
Yes.
And it is happening.
Yeah.
Thank heaven for it.
And that article goes on to talk about the DOGE team is in areas with clearances that the people that are these demons that are screaming about this access, they can do nothing about because the clearance has been given at the highest levels.
Right.
Donald Trump.
Right.
So
doesn't get much higher than the president of the United States.
They're going to be in your systems, so just get used to them being in there.
That's what they're fighting over, right? They're saying that because who's your boss? Well, it's the president. What are we talking about? He's the boss. You can say you don't have a boss if you want. I mean, judges are pausing,
and they haven't
pausing him for telling people they can you're out of work. You can take a deal. You can take this deal and take your take the payment plan. But I think the judges need to realize, no, you can do it.
In the pathetic response from Democrats and those on the left. They're like, America didn't elect Elon Musk to be the president. No, we elected this team to do exactly what they're doing right now. So thank you, Donald Trump, for empowering these people. Like you said, Pat, I mean, it cannot be overstated. Our nation was on the brink on November 5th.
Yeah. Yep.
It's going to take this kind of action and this kind of massive rooting out. I mean,
and President Trump knew that.
These tentacles.
He knew that going in, and he prepared himself for it.
Had he won the
last time,
second election,
yeah.
I mean,
this wouldn't be happening.
I got it. He won. But had he been able to, to take office, this would not have
exactly.
happened.
I mean, it's almost like you want to take a step back and go, oh, I guess God does have a plan.
Yes.
I mean, this is incredible. This is what is happening right here. And to see what they are uncovering, we have been funding our own destruction in so many ways.
And we knew it.
Yes.
I mean, we knew it. There was just no way to prove it.
We just didn't understand how deep it went. And we probably still don't. But we're going to find out.
That's the other thing about this article is it talks about, well, when we're done with USAID, we're coming
going on to the next.
For this department, and then this agency, and this one. So buckle up, kids. It's going to be fun. USAID is just the service.
I mean, in 4 hours.
USAID is monstrous.
It is. Yeah.
Monstrous.
And it's essentially an arm of the CIA.
Yeah.
And it's the secret sauce they use to overturn nations and governments.
And just do what they do.
Yep.
And you've noticed
no scrutiny.
Have you noticed all of these foreign nations that in many cases are getting part of this slush fund? I'm not hearing the leaders of those nations. They're not howling right now.
No, I've been watching videos.
To Marco Rubio's point, the Secretary of State's point, we've been funding policies different than what they want in their countries.
Yeah, right.
They don't want what we're doing over there.
I've been watching videos from citizens and politicians in many of those countries, and like I said, I'm assuming they're real. Mm-hmm. But they're all saying, we've cried for years that we want to, handle our own way. Now's the time, because this money's been corrupting everyone from the get-go, and now it's done.
And I'm so glad they did not wait and say, yeah, we'll get to this stuff. Yeah, what? No. 2 a.m., January 21st. Thank you.
And, the cockroaches they're scrambling for cover again, but it's too late. It's too late. USAID was created in 1961 by JFK with one pen stroke. And so now, as they point out in the article, 6 decades of carefully constructed financial networks are facing sunlight now. And we're seeing exactly what this money is being spent on. Transgender plays in Latin American countries, support for LGBTQ operations all all over the world. Tourism in Egypt.
Money is actually getting spent on that stuff.
Exactly.
Probably not, but just to find out how much money is being wasted, and I don't care if it's 20,000 or 20 million, it needs to stop. These are sacred funds that need to be spent incredibly wisely and prudently. And our taxpayer dollars should go to what the Constitution prescribes them for, not to transgender plays in Colombia. Sorry. If that's discriminatory, tough.
I mean, we're not saying Colombia can't have transgender
if they
plays.
want to do their own plays, their own transgender,
have at it.
Go ahead.
But to your point, Jeffy, they have to title it with something like that,
Correct.
so that it gives them cover.
That's right.
To say, you're going to go after this minority population that's being persecuted in a third world country? How dare you? And what is so telling is that it took these geniuses, like the kid I told you from Nebraska who came up with the algorithm to read the charged scrolls through AI. It is taking this team of geniuses to root this out.
Yeah.
What does that tell you about this government? I mean, just what a mess. They're untangling this.
It's a mess.
And as Elon Musk said, DOGE put USAID into a wood chipper.